Greetings and welcome to another episode coming to you from the Thought Exchange Cafe, where we bring you ordinary community people doing extraordinary things. But also, we bring you relevant information and concepts and conversations to do the best we can to help you to eliminate some of your fears and some of your doubts and some of your worries. Here at the Thought Exchange Cafe, we bring you people with real life stories, those who have suffered the agony of defeat, but through patience, perseverance, and positivity has also been able to experience the thrill of victory. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about time and the essence of time. And I want to let you know that these are not views of someone else and they don't represent anyone else but myself. So I want to get right into it. My name is Tony Davis, and I'm the creator and the founder of the Thought Exchange Cafe, as well as Mastermind Organized Effort Public Speaking Leadership Academy, in association with Lena Park Community Development Center. And once again, these views are my views and not the views of anyone else. And once again, this is Thought Exchange Cafe, where we exchange positive, inspiring, and motivational thoughts in order to move our community ahead, in order to move those people that are stuck, or at least think they are stuck and there's no way out. There's always a way out. But one thing we have to do, we have to begin to just take that first step. And that first step could be just asking for a little bit of help. That first step could be of getting out of that consistent loop that sometimes we can get caught up in. That loop of fear, that loop of doubt, that loop of worry, that loop of how people are going to view you. You can't worry about how people are going to view you, because let me assure you of this. Your time is your time. Your time has nothing to do with their time, because we've all came on this earth at a specific time and a specific date, right? Some of us may have some of us may have been born on the same day, but that doesn't mean, right, that we were born at the same hour, the same second. No, it does not. So, once again, my name is Tony Davis, and I will be your host for this episode coming to you from the Thought Exchange Cafe. So, I want to get right into it. There's a quote, and this quote says that the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And I'll say that again. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. As children, when we was playing outside, it seemed like daylight lasted forever, and that we was outside playing forever, right? Nighttime just wouldn't come fast enough, because we wanted nighttime to come so we can get that next day to be able to go and play again. And as we begin to mature, time seemed to be, time started moving a little bit quicker and a little bit faster. Our nights seemed to be shorter, and our days of working became longer. Not days of playing in the field or on the swing or basketball at the park. No, the workday became that much longer, and our nights became shorter. On a previous episode, I talked about sunrises and sunsets. How many have we truly allowed ourselves to experience? I, for one, think that I can count them on my hands and my toes, because I was too busy or too preoccupied with other things. other than giving myself 15 to 20 minutes. Because how long? Someone asked me just the other day, a friend of mine, she said, how long does it take for the sun to rise? And I couldn't answer that question. And she said, it takes about 15 minutes for the sun to rise. And then she asked me another question. How long does it take for the sun to set? And I had to think about that. And she said just about the same time. So I can't give myself 15 minutes because of all the demands of life or all the demands that life has put upon me to enjoy a sunrise. Now, this episode is on the essence of time, and these are my views. These are my thoughts. I realize that I don't have an unlimited amount of time. None of us, none of us have a unlimited amount of time. Even if I wanted to go back and rewind the clock and do things differently, that's impossible. I have to continue to embrace the time that has been given to me right now. And I can get caught up in thinking about those things of yesterday. I can get caught up in thinking about those things a year or 2 years ago, right? And so that means, where am I? I just went way back in the past. And by going back in the past, I'm allowing what I have right in front of me, this present moment, to pass me by. I'm not embracing the gift, and that is the gift of life. In this thing that we call life, we're going to have birth, we're going to have growth, maturity, and we're going to have death. And that's just part of the life cycle. But for me, the key is understanding today that I don't have an unlimited amount of time. So I'm going to have to really start to rethink what my plan is, what my goal is, because I don't know how much time that I have left. You may know, but I don't know. And I don't think none of us really knows really know how much time that we have in front of us. But a lot of us can say, well, at least I can say, let me say what I can say. I can say that I have more years behind me than I do in front of me. But I'm praying that my better years are in front of me. And in order for my better years to be in front of me, I have to stop making different decisions and different choices about how I view my time and my space. On this on this episode here at Thought Exchange Cafe, I'm discussing time because, you know, once again, when I was a kid, I thought I had all the time in the world. I thought I was invincible. But now, looking back and doing some reflection, I'm asking myself a question. Where did the time go? What did I do that was pertinent in the time that I had and the time that I have left? In the time that I have left, I'm looking to leave a legacy. I'm looking to, like it's like the quote said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And am I becoming truly who I am? In all honesty and being transparent, I have an idea. I have an idea, but I believe there's more. There's more to me than those things that I've been consuming myself with. There's more to me than the people that I've been allowing in my circle. Because I am not them and they're not me, but they are reflections of me as I am a reflection of them. Time, time. I don't have enough time for this. I don't have enough time for that. Last summer, I can recall last summer running, going to the park, making the time to go and jog, making the time to sit back and read a good book, making the time to become one with nature. Just even if I just sat there and enjoyed the breeze, watched the ebb and flow of the water, the boats on the water, the clouds in the sky, felt the warmness coming from the sun. Man, I can tell you that was awesome. That was awesome. But this past summer, and now once again, I'm just reflecting. I'm sharing some of my thoughts with you and some of the things that I allowed. I allowed myself to miss quite a bit because I didn't create the time. I allowed other things to consume my time. And yes, some of the things were important because we have to work. I had to work. I had bills to pay just like everyone else, and they come every month. They don't stop, regardless. They don't stop, you know, and they have to be paid. But one thing, I heard someone say that you have to pay yourself first, profit first. And I thought they was talking about money. I thought they was talking about money, but they wasn't talking about money because see, we earn money. We don't make money. We're not the mint. I'm not the mint. I can't go and print no money. I'll be going to jail for sure. I'll be going to jail because they be coming to get me. How you got that big house? How you got a yeah, yeah. So I have to go and use my time and my energy in order to earn the money. And they pay me for my time. But see, when is it that when is it that I have time to invest in the most important person? And the most important person is me. Life is a gift that I know today. It's a gift. It's not something that I deserved. It was gifted to me. Like this moment being in front of this camera on this podcast and having some conversation with you. It's a gift. It's the greatest gift that I'm ever going to have because I only have one shot at this. And in having one shot at this, I have to be my authentic self. Because by not being my authentic self, I'm not living and I'm not experiencing my time to the best of my ability. And I'm just saying that, we have a new year coming up and New Year's resolutions are being made and what you want to do, how you're going to do it. I do my best not to make any New Year's resolutions. And once again, this is only my thought because I don't want to make a New Year's resolution and say I'm going to do something and get started, start out strong and end up weak. This upcoming new year, which there's still some time before we get there, but what am I going to do between now and when it happens? Because it's going to happen. There's nothing I could do to stop it. There's nothing I can do to pause it or rewind it, to correct some of the things or some of the mistakes that I made during the course of this year. I can't go back and correct that because that time now, it's in the past. It's gone, never to be any more. I can't dwell on those things of the past either because now I'm allowing that past to be my present. And then if I'm still thinking about it, it's going to become my predictable future because I'm going to be thinking about the same thing tomorrow morning. Even if I sleep, I may not sleep because it's going to be on my mind. So what am I doing with time? What am I doing with time? I'm not utilizing it to the best of my ability. And that's why I was given a birth date, this dash in between, and this other date that's definitely going to come because there's no way getting around it. I'm going to share something else with you, another quote. Don't make a permanent decision over a temporary circumstance. And why is that? Because you could make a decision, and that decision could cost you a lot of your time, a lot of your life being taken, put behind bars, institutions for a quick decision. And sometimes it's okay to be taken away from a situation that you couldn't take yourself away from in order for you to get back to yourself. They talk about that incarceration, correction. Correction, if you look it up, it means getting back to an original state. And that original state wasn't doing certain things to get us into certain places. And the certain places I'm talking about is those prisons and those institutions. Because I myself have had that experience. But I'm grateful for the experience. And the reason why, because I would rather have went to the institution, the correctional institution, to be here today, to be able to share some of my experience, strength, and hope with you, as well as talking about time. Time. How many, how many of us have people that we hung out with that are no longer here, that we wish they were here? Yeah, so yeah, I kind of went somewhere. So let me come back, catch myself because just thinking about that, since just thinking about that, I kind of got a little emotional because a lot of my friends are no longer here. A lot of my family members are no longer here that I wish that they were here. And if they were here, what would they say to me about time? They would say, let the rest of your life be the best of your life. Utilize your time wisely. Set some blocks aside for you. Invest in you more than you invest in your job. Why? Because I'm the greatest investment. I'm worth more than money. I remember chasing money, chasing it, chasing it, chasing it. But in chasing, never had enough. And then looking back, where did the time go? I said to myself. 5, 6 years passed by. And going back to those sunrises and those sunsets, those quiet mornings for reflection, those easy evenings to unwind and to reset. How many of those have I given away? How many of those that I wish that I could go back and experience today? But I can't because once again, I have to realize that that time is no more. But the blessing is, and the gift is, I have this present moment to make some different decisions and some different choices going forth on how I'm going to spend my time. Who am I going to spend my time with? I don't want to spend my time with people that don't celebrate me, but tolerate me, because that becomes a waste of time. I don't want to spend my time trying to please others, because you can please some, but you can't please them all. And I heard someone said that if you're available all the time for someone, it no longer becomes you, it becomes your time that they begin to utilize in order for them to do what they would like to do with theirs. I'm going to read you something else that I have here. Taking that last ride, we all have to take it. No way around it. So you might as well live as your authentic self, because everyone else is already taken. Wow. How profound is that? Everyone else is definitely already taken. So I must be my authentic self. I must live and do those things that I take comfort in, and not try to please people, and not try to make myself available all the time. Because when I make myself available all the time, I'm giving away my time. I'm not leaving room enough or space enough for me to grow and to experience and to change. Because this thing that we call life that I'm understanding today, it's about experience. It's about experiences. It's about experiencing different places, different food, different music, different taste, different touch, different, just in order to grow, you have to come out of comfortability. And in some of my other episodes, I talk about coming out of coming out of the comfort zone and getting into start experiencing what is uncomfortable, because those uncomfortable things bring about different feelings. In closing, I want to say this. I just want to say that time, and once again, this is just my perspective. Time is not something that I have an unlimited amount of. And I don't want to be in tomorrow and missing my today. I don't want to be thinking about yesterday or the week before, and there's nothing that I can do about it because it's out of my control. I'm powerless over that. And I'm powerless over what's to come tomorrow. But I'm not powerless over what I do with the time that I have right now. And with the time that I have right now, I'm going to do the best I can to experience some inner peace, some inner joy, some inner growth. Because as Les Brown said, in life, you're either in a problem, just getting out of a problem, or heading toward one. But in the present time, let me enjoy this, what I have, because once again, everybody got to take that last ride, including me, right? There's no way around it. No way around it. So I might as well allow the rest of my life be the best of my life. And I don't know how much time the rest of my life is. So just for today, I'm going to enjoy what I have. And if I get the gift of life tomorrow, I'm going to make some time, because I've been blocking out time to go enjoy a sunrise. Even if the clouds are gray and the sky is dark, I'm still going to enjoy that sunrise. I want to close my eyes and I'm going to envision that sun rising. And when I open my eyes, yes, the sky is still going to be gray, but guess what? I'm here to experience those gray skies. I'm here to experience the good with the bad because that's how things are balanced out. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be upset at anyone because it's just a waste of time. And realizing that life is not linear. There's always going to be some ups and downs, just like they talk about that EKG machine going up, down, up, down, up, down. That's life. Hills and valleys. And I must embrace the climb of the hill as well as the descending. Because when I get to the bottom, there's going to be other hills to climb. And if I'm too aggravated and I'm too overwhelmed and I give too much, I'm not going to have enough time to be able to enjoy the climb or the descent. I'm not going to be able to really look at the gift of now. So, in closing, I'd like to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing and giving some of your most valuable asset. It's time. Other than your mind, it's time. So once again, I want to thank you for that. My name is Tony Davis, coming to you from the Thought Exchange Cafe. And I look forward to hearing some of your thoughts. Please support the channels, support me here on Spotify, and send in your comments. And let's have some conversation on time. Let's have some conversation on growth. Let's have some conversation on building something everlasting. So, once again, my name is Tony Davis, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode here at the Thought Exchange Cafe. Take care now.